Bimbo Adetokunbo, not real name, relays her experience at an exotic gay wedding in Lagos. She also shares the stories of her close shave with lesbianism, the pressure, threats and attractions with Gboyega, Alaka and Omolewa. Oshin. It was an all-pink affair early March. All the girls were in pink bum shorts and rise and fall cropped top. That was the dress code. The atmosphere was surreal, with sensual lights, music, dance, rich perfume and sweat mingling. Wine and food was also in abundance: shawarma, asun, cake, chicken barbecue. The celebration in the air was also unmistakable. At the center of it all were Tope and Tola, not real names, two women who found love and comfort in each other's arms and decided to quit the pretenses, damn the consequences and get married. Although it is common knowledge that same-sex relationship and marriage is outlawed and punishable with up to 14 years imprisonment in the country, this couple was beyond caring, as they reveled in the joy of their day, exchanging vows. Another woman, also a lesbian, served as officiating minister and blessed the union. They also exchanged wedding bands in the form of exquisite earrings and thereafter went into a frenzy of kisses and endless cuddling. As if taking a cue, all the gay lovers in attendance also went into a frenzy of applause, cheers and kisses. The wedding took place at a popular nightclub on Victoria Island, Lagos, and the couple, who are obviously from very comfortable backgrounds, wowed all present by capping it up with a presentation of exotic cars to each other as wedding gifts. The party went on until early the next morning, when the couple drove away in each other's arms to their hotel room at the prestigious Secrete Hotel and Suites, and guests sauntered away in trickles after wearing themselves out in a most exhausting bout of fun. To tell the truth, it was probably the most exciting party I've been to in a long time. Even the nightclub staff and other people who had come on their own couldn't help but join us, seeing the wild fun excitement in the air. Like in normal wedding, both couple considered themselves the luckiest people on earth, having found best friends in each other. Tope could not hide her feelings and actually confided in some us, who are very close to her, that the day was her most memorable so far, because she was not only hooking her best friend, but also her confidant. They generally exuded that familiar joy found amongst normal wedding couples. In their joy, they urged all present to enjoy all the food and drinks. The party was organized by their gay friends, who felt compelled to host a wonderful bash for the delightful couple. Other gay lovers were also present in abundance, both the men and the lesbians. Tope is a final year accounting student of a frontline private university in Ogun State, while Tola is a final year student of a federal government institution in Lagos. Somehow, they both looked set for a fulfilled family life, except that, as an outsider who got invited plainly on the level of my closeness to them, I kept wondering how they hope to make a life, and more importantly, make babies. But from the look of things and the celebration on the night, that worry seemed not to be on their radar at all. The whole gay thing, you may wonder, and rightly so too, why I felt so comfortable in the midst of gay people, when I'm not. Well, I'm not gay, but it has taken me a lot of determination and willpower to resist and weather the temptations they throw at me. I attend the same private university with Tope in Ogun State. Tope was my roommate in school in year 1, and a very jolly one too, except for this gay thing. In fact, my 5 roommates were all lesbians, except for me. And it was not for lack of trying that they didn't win me over. As a buxom lady, they all seemed to have eyes for my body, and you could tell that they'd do anything to get me into their beds. They tried all tricks possible to lure me into lesbianism, promising me all the excitement possible and the fact that I only need to try it out to know why it is the fad today. But I stood my ground. My reason? I just couldn't bring myself to doing it with them, because that's just not who I am. Often, they'd grab me and steal touches at my sensitive parts, all in the name of playing with me. Sometimes, they'd rush into the bathroom with me and start fondling me, but usually I smile and laugh over it, because I understand their plight and because they were not getting to me. Besides, I've never had any feeling or affection for girls, and before you could really engage in lesbianism or lesbian sex with a fellow woman, you really must love the person. As I speak to you, the only woman I love is my grandmother, and of course falling in love with her in that skewed manner is not even in my wildest imagination, nor possible. Also, the biblical verse that says one of the greatest sin anyone could commit is having sexual relationship with same sex, kept ringing in my head, and strengthened my resolve not to be a part of it. But I maintained my relationship with them, because we were roommates anyway, and even if I moved away from that room, there was no guarantee that I could not meet more desperate ones where I was going. Same-sex relationship here to stay. To tell the truth, same-sex has come to stay, even in this part of the world, as they seem to be swelling in ranks by the day. Even back in my secondary school, lesbianism had been the in thing amongst students in boarding house. Although I was an innocent little girl, I still suspected that what they were doing was wrong each time they were at it, and I somehow distanced myself from it. I was sexually harassed by seniors who wanted to initiate me, and some even tried to force me through threats. But I resisted. Even my school mother was a lesbian. Don't know if she still is. It wasn't until I got into the university that I began to really understand what it was they were doing. Prior to that time, I only just felt it was not right and nauseating. Besides, I was 16 and had become more perceptive. It had also reached an alarming rate and level, way beyond what I witnessed in secondary school.